So, you want to start investing? Well, I don't know a lot about it, but I've been started, and I'll share my wisdom that I've learned so far. So, even as a poor person, you can have your money work for you like rich people do. It's just you have less money. So, first thing you need to do, I'll put links in the video for you. Oh, sorry about that. My ugly face all close up. I'll put links in the video for you so that you can hook up with Simplii Financial, which is just a free bank account. So if you're paying for a bank right now, this one's free. It's a checking account, and it'll do e-transfers, and like my gym won't take a Visa debit. They'll only take a real bank card, and this is a real bank card, but it's free. And so unless you already have a free account somewhere, then just keep it. Whatever. Doesn't matter. But this is a really good account. I've had it for a little bit now. A buddy of mine referred me to it. He's had it for years and years. If you use my link, you'll get maybe $5 or something, whatever they'll give us. And then I'll give you another link. This is the important one, to Wealth Simple, if you're Canadian. I think my link will still work for you. If you're an American, you'll just have to verify that you're an American and go through the American sites. We can buy on the American market through Wealth Simple. Like, I bought shares of Rumble and stuff, but it's through the Canadian exchange, so it's not illegal or what. I don't know how it all works. Anyway, so you open up your Wealth Simple account, which again is totally free. It's just an app. You install it, and then you tell it your email and a little bit of information. It's nothing big, and then they give you an account, unregistered account, and with that account you can actually go right on the market and start buying stock right immediately. You can just e-transfer money into it from your bank account and just go. So, and cryptocurrencies as well, but you can't with that account. So then if you want to buy crypto, you got to open up the crypto account. There's a bunch of warnings about you could lose everything that you invest. Don't overinvest in it. And they're right. Read it. It's not that big. Click through it all. Tell it to never show you this again, and then move on. And then at the bottom of the app, there's 5 buttons. One of them's a little, looks like a debit card. Click on that and open up a cash account. And that actually, they'll send you another debit card, but it's a Visa debit, MasterCard, but it works like a Visa debit. So you can use it online for whatever. And but you can use it in most stores. Anywhere that a Visa debit can be used. There's a few places I can't use it. Excuse me. So then with that though, you get 1% cash back on anything you spend through that account. And if you put your paycheck into that account, then you get 3% interest on your paycheck. Okay, so now there's 4% that you get to play with of free money, as far as you're concerned. So you just have all that go to the first account, the unregistered account that you can buy stock with, or you send it to crypto. But I don't like crypto. Send it all to the unregistered account, and then you'll just passively get money in there to go buy stock. Something just ran by. Anyway, so Oh, there he is. So passive money, you've already got passive money that you invest, and then it can make more passive money. I obviously strongly suggest investing some of your own money as well, but you don't need much. Like, you can start with $20 or whatever. And with this, it's not like you're going to a bank and having to set up a bunch of things and automatic withdrawals from your paychecks or anything like that. It's you physically go in and decide what you want to spend that day, week, month, whatever. So just you have a lot more control. You're in the driver's seat more, and so it made me more comfortable personally. Now watch other videos. Obviously, sorry, I'm a big cut on my wrist. I was looking at it. Sweater got in it. Look at other videos of how to invest into stock markets and things. Good to watch a bunch. I did. But the key thing that I took from all those videos was to invest in things that you, like companies that you know already or that you use or whatever. So if you go to whatever grocery store, that's a good. If you go to the dollar store, that whatever dollar store you choose, that's a good one. If you like a certain booze, that's another good one, and or pot store or whatever. So these are all good things to invest. Now, my first investment was in the S&P. The S&P is where they take, say it's $50 a share. Well, technically, your dollar is being broken into quarters, and you're getting 25 cents worth of, and it's actually less than that, of like a bunch of companies. With the S&P, it's actually 500 companies. The 500 top companies in Canada, they break down your 50 or whatever dollars, and you're investing, a penny in every in all of those per stock, right? So in order for your to lose your whole $50, all 500 of the top companies in the country would have to go under. So it's strong, right? It's not something that's going to increase in value. You're not going to like get rich or make money, you know what I mean? But it's a strong investment that you can put into your portfolio and say, sorry, I thought, whatever. You can say that this is my, I own this, and it ain't going anywhere. So it's going to stay strong like that for my whole lifetime, unless Canada goes under, basically, and in which case that'll be the last concern at the time, right? So I think that those type of stocks are really, really good because, like I said, what they're good for is borrowing against as well, because they're strong. It's a really strong forever stock. Same as the Dollarama or something like that. Like you're invested in Canadian Tire. You're invested in something that's been around for 50 years or more, and it's been it's a household name or whatever. Excuse me. And then the other things I've invested in have been other digital companies that I know. I mentioned Rumble. I think that's a smart investment right now. That's one where you're going to make money. It's going to take a few years, maybe 3 years, but you will see positive gains with it. And then the other thing that I personally like to invest in is dividend paying stocks. So rather than your stock being worth more, they pay you out whatever the increase of the stock value should have been. So rather than the stock being worth 30 cents more at the end of the 6 months, they'll give you the 30 cents back into your account cash. I know 30 cents doesn't sound like a much, but if you own a bunch of stock, right, that adds up. And that's just or if you get a good one, then again, that can add up quick. You get a big fish on the line that pays a lot, or that makes a lot, so they pay a lot, then you're helping yourself out. Your money's actually making money for you, and then you can reinvest that in whatever until it's enough that you can actually, it's a paycheck or a mortgage payment. That's the goal with me. See if you can have a strong enough portfolio that you can just borrow against it. You only want to do this once, but you borrow against it and have your dividends enough that it can pay its own mortgage. So you just let it look after itself while you look after yourself, and it buys equity for you. And then once you pay that initial debt off, then you put your portfolio aside and never borrow against it again. But you can borrow, it gives you credit because it's there, but you can borrow against whatever you bought, your equity, your new equity. And now with that one, you can do it multiple times, or you can do it to get more new equity that you then borrow against that new equity. And now this equity becomes a part of your portfolio, which is more borrowing capital. Without signing it over, you can just hold it and use this as your new signing over. So you get to build yourself that way. Crypto. Well, crypto's under attack. I don't know how else to say it, but it's still a fun investment, I guess. I don't look at it as like an investment. I don't even see it as part of my portfolio. I consider it a gamble. It's my lottery ticket. That's basically the way I look at it. In that I could lose it all. It could just be gone right now. I don't know. I haven't looked at it today or yesterday. I don't think so. It could be non-existent. Or it could be worth $1 million. Who knows? Like it's crypto. It's a shoot show. And it was doing okay before, and you could follow and start to try to pick the strong ones and watch them grow. But like I said, it's under attack. The government doesn't want free cryptocurrencies like that. They want to have a government-owned cryptocurrency under their control that is the only one or whatever. And so they want to destroy all the little ones. That was the point of, and government. I don't mean government. I mean big business and whatever, like big interest of the world. Power and control says that they need to have only one or two currencies. You can't have a whole bunch of these bitcoins. Anyhow, still fun to invest in. I invested in I picked a range. So I found a few that were worth like pennies, and then I found a few that were worth dollars, and then I found a couple that were worth a couple $100s, and I bought a couple of each, and then I just kind of toss a little change into them here and there, but not much. I got to what I was comfortable losing, and then I haven't really put anything else into it. A little bit of the passive, if I got, like the interest money and stuff like that, if it builds up and there's not quite enough for a stock, or if I just bought a stock and there's like $2 left over, I might throw it into a crypto. But really, I don't. I'm not gambling on that a lot, because it's too much of a gamble. Now, other little stocks that I've looked into, minerals, something else that I was kind of looked around at, and I bought into a couple, and again, mid ranges, and I bought pennies, and I bought dollars. You know what I mean? Like and those are the gambling stocks where they're so cheap that who cares if you lose, if they happen to, you know what I mean, if they go under or whatever. And but if on some chance they hit a vein of gold, or they hit a vein of whatever, whatever minerals it is that they're looking for, and I'm into alchemy. It's kind of, I really like all the stones and the crystals and all that shit. So it makes sense for me to invest into that. Because it's an interest. So I have a little knowledge about it. So therefore, right? And that's the way you got to kind of approach the stock market. And then that way, at least you understand what's going on with the company and the stock that you own, as it not just in the stock, but as it refers to the company. So you can kind of watch and see, and you'll watch and say, okay, they came up with this new product. My stock kept going down, 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 and then they came out with the product, and it shot way back up, and it went above where it was because they were investing, and it was hurting the stock because they were spending, and then they finally released, and now they got all these sales, and they got all these potential sales, even because of this new product, and everybody's like interested in it, and there's a bunch of hype behind it or whatever. So now that stock went boom, way up, and then it stayed up there for a little bit while the big rush of that big rush of sales is over, and it's going to just kind of come back to a normal plateau, maybe a little above what it was before, but not going to go back low again until they start sucking money out to make a new big investment. And so you can kind of get the understanding of that if you know the company a little bit, right? And you'll know kind of what's going on, and if it's because of something like I just described, or if it's shit, they're going out of business, I better sell now and get out while the getting's good, or whatever. Yeah. So that's about all I can suggest to you, other than no, that's about it. I think that I covered everything that you need to know to just kind of step in and get your feet wet a little bit, and just play. Don't overspend. Think about your own budget, how much you got. If you drink, take a couple weeks off drinking. Put that money there. If you were paying for your bank account and I just got you a free bank account, take the $30 a month that you were paying for the bank, or the $20, $15 a month you were paying for your bank account, and put that into the market instead. And then that way it's getting you going. But I suggest putting maybe a couple $100 in right away or something, and just to kind of spread it out and just start a little portfolio, give you something to watch. And then there's a watch list. That's the other thing. If you put things into your watch list that you think are that you want to that you're thinking about buying, number one, you'll always be able to find them again, easy, and you can kind of watch keep an idea of what their base was when you started watching them, and then see the ups and downs of it, and know to buy at a low, right? Like if you're watching the stock and it's fluctuating between, I don't know, let's say $60 and $80 or whatever, then you want to buy it at 60, not at 80, right? Or if it's between $60 and $70, you still want to buy it at 60, not at the 70, right? Because then at least you're buying at the lower end of that little spectrum that they all have. All the stocks kind of have this little spectrum of week to week or month to month of like where their baseline is. And now they can grab new baselines, but you want to kind of watch it for at least a couple of weeks before you make a purchase, and then say, okay, well, now I know this, on its low ends are around $6 or $7, so that's when I want to buy, rather than buying it when it's at $9 or $10 or whatever. So the watch lists are great for that, and again, like I said, it gives you I'm watching what I want my portfolio to be, what my goal is, and to have everything that's in my watch list into my portfolio. And I've been playing with it a little. I had a bunch of things in there that I've taken out, and I had some things that I took out and I put back, but mostly things that I've been filtering out and just trying to keep it at a good base. And yeah, I think it's all really I think it's all really worth it. Geez, I hope we had sound during that whole video. I had the stupid phone holder pushed up against the speaker. Sorry about that. Anyway, the links will be in the description below, and I hope that your investments are a blessing to you. Amen.